Hello. So today we're going to talk about my personal analysis of the development of my entrepreneurial mindset from the and like what I've taken from the group assignment, from all the things we've learned at school, and also from my personal knowledge and my research. So first of all, from the group assignment, so what I've taken from that is that it's really interesting to work with other people also, because even if you have like your proper idea and you think it's a really good idea and stuff, there's always some little like things or aspect that you wouldn't catch, and the others could like bring it up to you and say, oh look, maybe you forgot that, or maybe we could do that way. And the fact that we're having different minds, different point of view, different experiences and stuff, it makes like a product that is totally different and maybe more adapted to like your target market, your targeted market. So that was really interesting. And also the most important for me was like you need to believe in what you the product you're trying to sell, you're making, or the business you're building around, because you need to be like very motivated and consistent on what you're doing. Like you need to have a consistent work. You need to have discipline. You can't go like, oh, I want to create a business, and you just go and for 2 days you're really motivated, so you do it, and then for a week you relax a little bit more, then you start again. It's not good. You have to be like really constant and like give the more intense work you can for the beginning, because then this is gonna create like the charts of how you should work and how it should be from the way you work in your company, and for the rules you have to install and everything. Because if you work with other people, as in the group assignment, you have to deal with like this all the social part and stuff. And I think this is really interesting in entrepreneurship, because you can't lead from a personal point of view. You can't lead a whole business just by yourself. This is why we have delegation and everything. So yeah, it was really interesting to see that I might not be always right from the point of view I have, and the fact that people are giving me a little bit of their point of view was really enriching for me. And then yes, that you have to believe in your project, because from my part at the beginning, like we had the same idea, was agree with everything, but I didn't like the product, how we looked, how we thought about it. Like I think the design thinking part on the product was not good enough because of a lack of consistency, maybe from my part also. But I mean, that's not the problem. But yes, and so that was for the group assignment. Then from the and like, yeah, you have a lot of challenge to face through, but I mean, because we were a lot, and it was not like, for me it was not difficult at all. But I think it depends also of the people and the characteristics, because I think that we have like different there is like different personalities that fits more with the entrepreneurship aspect than the others that are more made to how can I say, like to work for the others. And and yeah, some of these like characteristics of the how can I say, like I think that there is characteristics of personalities that are made for the people. For example, I think that you need to have like discipline, as I was saying. Like you need to be consistent and have discipline, self-discipline, to make yourself working the days you need to work. Because imagine one day you're on a down, the other day you're on a up, and you just want to work when you're on up because you're very energetic and stuff. It's not gonna work, because you need to have like a consistency. This is like really important. Then of course you need to be creative and have a curiosity, because you have to be interesting of what's around you. You have to found like your resources, as we were talking in class. Like we have a lot of resources, different type of resources, and you have to try to exploit the most as you have on your hand. Like the most that are I have access to, I should use them, because it's gonna bring something new all the time, an idea, a support, an improvement, an innovation, whatever. But it's really interesting. And for the creativity, like, think that curiosity comes with creativity, because you're looking forward and you're like, you put out all the barriers that you can have in your mind and around you. Because yeah, as I said, I remember that in the class we were like just sitting and trying to find opportunities around us. And I think that through this aspect, this characteristic, like the curiosity and creativity, that's where you can find opportunities. Because I don't know, it like in my mind it makes like links between like all the thing you are thinking about, and then like a good idea gonna pop up from that. Then of course you need to take risks, because I mean, from my point of view, you need to take risks, because if not, it's all flat. And I mean, the gain you would have would never be as big as the risk you will take. So, like, what I mean is, like, if you don't take any risks, you can maybe have like a successful business, but it's gonna be like really small, and depends of like what are your expectations. I know that like from my personality, I'm like a very ambitious person, and I have a lot of expectations. So I always see the things like in really big. So that won't be like, if I wouldn't take risks, I wouldn't feel like fulfilled, because I would always feel like there is a lack of risk, of gain, because I was saying, like, if you don't take that many risks, you may be like working, but you won't have like big changes and like big gain. And I love changes, I love gaining. So I think that, yeah, that's important. You need to have also a network, because it's important to know where you're gonna get your stuff to make them done. Like if you need like, it's a random example, but for example, if I need to make my entrepreneurial card, like Penelope working there, and to give my cards to the people, well, I need to know where I can find someone that make them for cheap, or I need to, well, it's always better to have network, because for whatever problems or challenges you could face during your business, you might know someone that might know something about that could help you, advise you, or reoriented you to someone that also knows it and stuff. So I think networking is also really important. Of course, you have to work hard, because that comes with like the self-discipline and stuff, and the consistency. And of course, you have to be optimist, because as you go in the down, like this fluctuation, the down part, the up or down, because there is always this, like, it's never flat. And even more in a company that runs well, I would say, because there is always new idea, new things to implement, to improve, innovation. Like, this is like the thing that makes your business better all the time. Because even if you reach like your dream, for example, my dream is too big for the moment, but if you reach like my dream, let's say that I want to be a manager. I'm a manager. Since I get manager, like, I will need another dream to like reach and go upper, and that's the same in my own business. If I reach the first step I wished I had, of course I would try to think of like what I could do to implement, to improve, to make it bigger, to make it work, like maybe not faster, but like more efficient, effective. And I think, yeah, the improvement is one of the really important part of the business, because even if it works, if it stays flat, it's not interesting. Like, you need some peps and some things to maintain. And also from my personal research, I was thinking of the Ikigai, because from my personal research and the group assignment, I deduced that Ikigai, that is a notion like in a Japanese culture in Okinawa. It's saying that it's the reason why you should wake up, because you're doing what you like. You're looking for. You're trying to see, where am I good at. Where am I? How can I be paid for this? What I love to do. Where am I good at doing? What is interesting me, and what gives change to like my environment and everything. So if you bring up this whole thing, you can find, like, for example, the job of your life, or something that you like, you're good at, you're paid for, and so this is the reason why you wake up every day, because you know that you're doing something that makes you feel good. So it's a wrap. Like, it just goes like this, and it's the beginning of the engrenage of the clock thing, and that's the start of a whole process, like for your entrepreneurship parkour, or just your working parkour. And Ikigai made me thought also about Love Can Do, like a theory from Idris Berkan, that is saying that if you work on what you love, if you love what you're doing, you're gonna be even more efficient and effective, because I mean, you don't count the hours when you do something you're passionate about. So if you choose something that you're really passionate about and you do it, it's gonna be like what can I say, like very more like a better product. And yes, it's already been 10 minutes, so if you have, I have a lot of things to say actually, but if you want me to do another video, will be with pleasure. Thank you.